Meanwhile, starting tomorrow, anybody travelling from Singapore to England and Scotland will not have to self-quarantine for 14 days on arrival. The British Transport Secretary said Singapore will be added to the travel corridor list of countries from 4 a.m. UK time on Saturday. Since the UK announced the introduction of travel corridors in July, the list has changed frequently, often at short notice.
Well, Singapore's addition to the quarantine-free list comes as the number of new daily COVID-19 cases in the UK remains high at around 3,000 a day. Just this week, the government introduced a new rule banning social gatherings of more than 6 people.
Now, here are some things to take note of with these new rules. Are there any other measures in place I have to adhere to? Well, all passengers arriving in the UK, except those who travelled from Ireland, the Channel Islands and the Isle of Man and stayed in those places for at least 14 days, will have to complete a passenger locator form. The form can be filled in up to 48 hours before their arrival in the UK. There is currently no requirement for travellers entering England to be tested for COVID-19.
For those itching to travel, can I now hop on a plane to go on a holiday to England? Well, with the removal of the quarantine requirement, you will be able to begin your holiday immediately upon arrival from Singapore if you have met the requirements. However, any travel will be at your own risk. Experts have warned that a second wave of virus infections could break across Europe in the coming months.
So, if I holiday in England and return to Singapore, do I need to be quarantined? Yes, according to our government's advisory, all travellers returning from places other than Australia, except Victoria State, Macau, China, Taiwan, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei and New Zealand will have to serve 14-day stay-home notices at dedicated facilities. In addition, if you left Singapore from March 27th and returned here, you will have to bear the cost of COVID-19 tests and stay at a dedicated quarantine facility, which costs about $200 and $2,000 respectively.
Well, Cornelius Chong is one of many Singaporeans affected by this change. He will fly to the UK tonight to start his first semester at the London School of Economics. So, Cornelius, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on before your flight. Well, this change spells good news for you, we expect, but has this announcement disrupted your plans you had already put in place, like where you had planned to self-isolate, for example?
No, it definitely doesn't change my plans. So with or without quarantine, I'll still be isolating or staying at my university accommodation. So definitely this has been a pleasant surprise because as compared to quarantine, you have to stay in the dorm for 14 days, but now you can afford to go out and to eat, etc. So definitely no disruption. It has been a pleasant surprise for me.
And do you know what to expect when you touch down at Heathrow Airport, in terms of health protocol perhaps?
I'm expecting a quite seamless and quick procedure because I have some friends who have gone on to London already a few days ago. So apparently it's a very quick process. So now, given that there's no quarantine, I expect it to be quite quick also. And in addition, we have to fill up a form 48 hours before we arrive to the UK. So it details all the mobile number, etc. So I expect it to be quite a quick and seamless process.
Right. Well, the UK reported nearly 3,400 new COVID-19 infections yesterday. So how will you keep yourself safe while you're studying over there?
Yeah, so definitely with or without quarantine, you have to do the basic stuff. So I'll intend to limit my social activities. I do not intend to go out too much to places, very crowded places. And of course, I have to practice basic hygiene such as wearing my mask, sanitizing my hands frequently, not touching my face. These are the basic protocol. And of course, you have to take care of yourself over there because it's the COVID-19 infection rates is much higher than Singapore.
Right. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us, Cornelius, and of course, have a safe flight and all the best in London. That was Cornelius Chong.
That's right. Well, Cornelius is a Singaporean student making his way to the UK, where it was just announced that people arriving from Singapore will not need to quarantine. And you can read more on that at straitstimes.com.